Good afternoon. Greetings from my office in Westchester, Pennsylvania. My name is Michelle Legaspi Sanchez, and I'm the Executive Director of the Chester County Fund for Women and Girls. I hope this unprecedented time has found you and your loved ones in good health and in good spirits. I know these last few months, marked by COVID-19, and more recently, much heartbreak and unrest in our communities, has been difficult. It's been emotional, it's been unique, it's been strange. And I say strange because that's how the sense of time and how context has felt to be. Like many of you, we've spent the last few months tucked away in our home, and it's been easy to feel hidden or disconnected and siloed. And yet I've noticed that this time has also offered the opportunity to slow down and take stock and see the larger influences at work. When we pull back the curtain, there's really much that is laid bare. And I'd like to highlight just two areas in that today. First, COVID-19 and what has erupted in these recent days all across our country has brought to the fore the issues that brought our organization into existence. These were the needs that were articulated around that kitchen table over 20 years ago. Access to healthcare, gender-based violence, childcare, and the needs for support in its many forms for women, just so that they have the chance to make a living and sustain their families. The tenuous, exhausting juggling act of the working mom, and of course, racial and gender justice. Our latest blueprint report reveals that women of color, particularly Black women in Chester County, have faced significant health, economic, and educational disparities long before 2020. These community needs have been spotlighted over the last few months, and yet they've been hiding in plain sight all along. Second, the current times have been a chance to see the Fund for Women and Girls step up. As these issues have been on our radar since our existence, 2020 was simply a spark that kicked us into an even higher gear. Many of you are already aware of our unique community-driven grant-making process and our award-winning girls programs, such as our Girls Advisory Board. For those of you just getting to know us, I encourage you to take a look at our website and today's materials to learn more. But in addition to the nearly $200,000 given in grants to local nonprofits this year, we committed over $20,000 in impact grants toward response efforts to COVID-19 that are focused on women and girls. We also maintained our girls programs, the Girls Advisory Board, GirlGov Chester County, as well as the second annual Girls in Action Summit. We maintained them and pivoted to virtual programming. The connection to these young women was more important than ever to offer consistency and stability, but also to offer an outlet and the tools to guide their energy to take action now. And you can check out the program book, which highlights just a few examples of how members, as well as our alum of our programs, have been stepping up in this time of crisis. And through our advocacy and our role as a convener, we have continued to work to ensure that the needs of women and girls are represented at decision-making tables. Because we know that crises and their effects are often not gender neutral, and thus our response can't be either. It's certainly not easy, and it's certainly not over. And as we experienced this week, these societal pains are so deep and so layered. Just like the suffragists and all who have come before and after them to use who they are and what they have to push forward, we will continue on. We will continue to carry that mantle for gender and racial equity, because there is no gender justice without racial justice. We will fund organizations that are addressing inequities and mobilizing to advance community-based solutions. We will continue to raise up the next generation of leaders and educate them to lead with an understanding of equity and privilege and our country's history of systematic inequalities. We will amplify the voices of all women and other disenfranchised groups by using our blueprint report to disaggregate data in order to uncover their unique experiences and by helping to mobilize them to vote. This was our commitment prior. But the current events make it clearer than ever that the Chester County Fund for Women and Girls can and must do better. We invite you and we challenge you to walk alongside of us in this journey, to use who you are and what you have to create a more equitable world for all. Thank you.